Modification of catalytic converter Alfa Romeo MiTo, Giulietta. 1.4 TB 155 horsepower. Inlet of the catalytic converter with turbocharger and the structure of catalytic converter substrate are not the limiting factor for the quantity of power produced by 1.4 turbo. But the end cone at the catalytic converter outlet is quite a considerable limitation since it can be narrowed to only 44 mm. The constructor's idea was to create more pressure immediately behind the catalytic converter, and thus they have drastically reduced the diameter of the pipe at the catalytic converter outlet. Which means that the temperature in the catalytic converter rises very quickly. This is due to the requirements of the Euro 4 emission standard for MiTo, and because of such structure it has only one large catalytic converter, instead of one smaller at the front and one larger catalytic converter at the bottom of the car. Such structure of the catalytic converter gives a significant resistance to the passage of exhaust gases and has an impact on the engine power, thus limiting any possibility of advanced tuning. Decat pipe or a racing catalytic converter would provide me an opportunity to increase the engine power, but this kind of procedure calls for a remapping of AQ due to Lambda Sensor 2 error code. Another problem is that this kind of setup is illegal on our roads. Also, a racing catalytic converter is rather expensive. Finally, I decided to modify the existing catalytic converter myself and widen its end cone, the one that can be narrowed, from 44 mm to 60 mm. Catalytic converter modified in such manner will not become limiting up to 220 horsepower, which is more than enough for a road MiTo and stage 2 tuning. I widened the rest of the exhaust system as well as the back performance exhaust to 60 mm as well, so that there are no further limitations for the exhaust gases. Exhaust noise has increased insignificantly compared to vehicles with decat pipe instead of catalytic converter. This is all with regard to the exhaust system. My next project is the air intake system.